Hi, friends! Yay! Oh gosh, I need this so badly. I'm super bummed. Just about life in general. But, like, just my brain is not working with me this week. And so I have been very much looking forward to getting to hang out with y'all. No, but really, I'm very much looking forward to this. So, first of all, let me greet you, ye in the chat. Sorry that I'm looking over here. I really should not. I should. Here, I'm gonna do this. Okay. Hi! Who do we got? We got Lord Hibachi. Ayo! Lord Brazier, fashionably super early. You were here at 9:40 p.m. That's 20 minutes before I start. We have Pertinax. We have John Lopez. Hello, Mellow Jello. And we have Wendy Sue. You're eating cheesiest. You're eating cheesies? I'm guessing. We've got Michaela. Hello, everyone. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining. I really don't know how super joyous this is going to be. It might not be joyous at all. It might just be bleak and really sad. On that delightful note, let me get cracking. Oh, you're having cheesecake. Oh, ooh, I'm totally into that. Okay. Hello, Sergio, and welcome. So if I realize, so YouTube tells me things like to try and improve. I don't know. They want me to do better, I guess. And so YouTube told me that I should greet viewers who may be watching the replay. So, hello, viewers who are watching the replay. Welcome to the Gourmet Pens channel and the Gourmet Pens live chat. And that's it. So, today we are playing with an ink. But you know what? Since I have you guys here, maybe I can ask you a question. I have the 2024 Ink Vent calendar, which is the black one. It's the Diamine Ink Vent. It's 24 days of inks and then the big bottle on the end. And I'm trying to figure out a way that may be enjoyable to share it with everyone. I unfortunately am unable to do a live video at 10 p.m. every night to show the ink, but I really want to show it. And so I'm trying to come up with ideas for things I can do. So I have kind of two things. Here's one. And this is just an example of what I could do, one of the things I do with inks. So you can kind of look back. I was kind of aiming to do this, but like this. This has different layers of different colors of blue, so unfortunately this cannot match it. So I actually hate this so much, and the sad part is this is like a really coveted ink. This is Parker Penman Ruby. So let's move that out. This is another option, which is I did an ink wash in the back and then let it dry, and then I did a second layer of doodles, and then I did the final layer of the ink name. I don't like this either. So this is what I came up with. This is my probably going to be the thing that I do. It's not complete yet, but just to give you an idea, not this one, this one. So every day I'm going to take the ink and do something like this. And then on my feed, it's going to look like you'll see something like this. So if you have any feedback, please let me know. I'm probably going to do this because it also has to be something that's doable for me. Like in terms of doing 25 bottles of ink. This is barely doable. This has already taken me 2 days. But I enjoy doing this. So at least there's that. Anyway. All right, Gourmet Pens, moving on. Today we are playing with the Colorverse 2024 Fountain Pen Day ink, and I have put it in a new pen. And I also have other things for us to play with, and also this, and this thing. and dirty inky water. So dirty inky water in a Tenmoku teacup. And also a blower. We always need the blower. The blower is super important to everything. So, yes, it's a doity. First of all, let me show you. So doity, Jonathan is doing glow-in-the-dark pens, and right now he's really focusing on glow-in-the-dark. And I realized, I mean, I kind of knew this, but this is total, like, this colorway is totally my jam. And I also got a bead with my pen, which is so cool. I love beads like this. Look at the detail on it. Oh god, it makes my cuticles look awful. Let's hide those. But look at the detail on it. It's really cool. Anyway. Oh, Wendy Sue, my blower is built in. Oh, yay! Welcome, Jonathan. Yes, I'm just showing everyone the amazing bead. And then, I mean, before we get to the pen, I am blown away by these. I love beads like this, and I have absolutely no use for them. Like, I don't know. I hang them on all my bags. So, unfortunately, my bag is over there, but I have no shortage of rickshaw bags. And so I hang all my beads on them. And then, in terms of packaging, I know we were recently discussing that you were updating your packaging. Just FYI, I love this as packaging. I really don't need a whole bunch more. I hate boxes. I love when makers just... I love when makers send me, like, just the item that I have purchased. And... Oh, wait. And not only that, I also received this killer sticker. And then there was actually more than one. So I'm just saying, this is exactly what I want as somebody who buys a lot of pens and likes pens. Like, this is what I want. So, okay. I'm gonna comply with Lord Hibachi's request, which is put it in your curtain bangs. I really don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna do it because I am nothing if not This is not working. This is not working. Unfortunate. No, this is not gonna work. My curtain bangs are not complying. See, the problem is there's too many layers of them, and they just won't go in the hole without spreading out. Okay. You see what's happening? Anyway, this could be like when we were kids, you know? No, definitely not. I'm gonna absolutely not do that. So, there's no split ends. It's just that there's too many layers. So, what I have done, I have actually already... Okay, first of all, these are... I wanted to show them to you before I put them up, but they're going on my sticker wall behind me. So, this is very cool. I am Listen, pen makers. Give me a sticker instead of a pen box. I don't need a box. A sticker? You've bought your way into my heart forever. Or I've bought my way into your heart forever. I'm not sure. But I love stickers. So, there we go. Anyway. The ink! The ink! This is 2024's ink. Made by Colorverse. Colorverse is in South Korea. They do fantastic work in terms of ink. They kind of popped out of nowhere, but anyway, I'm a big fan because they're very well-behaved inks. And the only thing that is an issue for me is that I feel really sad cutting the seal to get into the ink box, but that's fine. So this is 30 mils. This was designed by... the color was designed and picked by Carrie of Fountain Pen Day. So he said it's a blue, a blurple. So we're going to look at it. I've already put it into my doity. And I also have some stuff that we're going to smear around with. So let's smear a bit first, shall we? So first of all, if you don't already know, Colorverse has the little divot in the cap. And that works really well if you're somebody who's using like a dip nib or something and you just want to get like a tiny little bit to play with. No, I'm not. I mean, I appreciate this, but I'm going to go all for it. So we're going to just dip. This is my River City Pen Company mini contoured holder. Contoured, like with makeup. I'm not wearing any. I'm not contoured at all. I am the opposite of amazing. And I'm using the Kakamori nib. So let's do this. Let's do some writing. So often when I play with inks, it's usually like this. And it always cracks me up when someone new to the channel comes along and they're like, can I see this with a fine nib? Because this is not a realistic use of ink. And I'm like, are you new here? They usually are. So let's do this first because this is fun. So this is the Fountain Pen Day Colorverse 2024. I am using, I'm using my brass Kakamori nib and my mini contoured holder. Oh, that slit is running out of ink. Let's switch to a different slit. Channel, not slit. Close enough. So if you're new to these, they've got these channels. Can you see this with a protein bar? Now, I actually have no protein bars. I don't play that game. Sorry, having a sip of water. Yeah, it's definitely a Kakamiki nib. Kakamajori nib. Cracker Mojo nib. It is definitely a blurple. Let's do a bit of splatting, and then we can let that dry, and then we're going to write with a more, I don't know, like realistic nib for other users. And then I'm going to close this. Oh no, I'm not going to close it. I'm going to show you this. We're going to do a nice big smear. This is my Legend of Zelda Master Sword letter opener because I'm a colossal nerd. Don't act like y'all aren't nerds. We're all nerds here. So this will give us a good idea of what the ink really looks like. And then I'm going to just do this. I'm going to get the rest of it off. I'm going to get the rest off my sword. And then we're going to dry it. We're gonna clean the sword. That nib. Oh, it does look like a juicer for lemons, where it's like. We're not gonna do that, but yeah. And I'm gonna clean my nib though in my cup of pre-dirtied Tenmoku water. I don't know how old that is. It's not fresh. Let's just go with that. So, here we go. It is definitely a blurple. I'm seeing a bit of red sheen. Not a whole lot. Like, this is a pretty saturated application. Not a whole lot. Let's do some blowing. Get your blower in your hand. Let's blow around. I'm gonna blow it around. In case you guys didn't know, this Friday for Gourmet Pens and Friends, we have a very special guest. And said special guest may be in the room. I won't identify them unless they choose to identify themselves, just in case they're not ready to be identified. But it's going to be lovely. And I'm very excited. I'm really looking forward to it. So we've done some blowing. Let's now do some realistic writing. I feel like there should be a nib size that's like realistic writing nib size or something. Okay. I know this is about the ink, but let me just show you the pen. Okay, this is the pen. It is a flat top. If you did not already catch on to this, check out these inlays. Okay, first of all, it's me. Yes, it's Wendy Sue on Friday. Gourmet Pens and Friends. It's gonna be so good. We already have topic of discussion, and it's going to be real, but also it's going to be very fun. So we hope you can join. I actually, I don't know if Jonathan is still here, but Jonathan, if you are still here, I don't know much about this material. I just know it glows in the dark, and it glows really, really intensely. So, yellow, I'm totally into yellow, and like this blue turquoise, perfection. And so when I saw this on his feed, I was like, oh my goodness, I need it. So we got this. I got it. I love flat tops. It is not a sharp flat top. It's definitely like it's blunt, but it's not painful. And I'm very happy with it. This is pretty much perfect. So it is currently set up with a converter. At some point, I am going to eyedropper it because you can already see I made a mess with the converter because I didn't clean the converter after inking the converter. Okay, so I'm just making this worse. Look. Oh dear. I do understand. Okay, we're gonna clean that. Sorry, I don't usually lick my pens, but I am going to let you guys know that Jonathan is currently working on other glow pens. This is not sponsored at all. I'm just telling you this because I'm so excited about this. So, this is a Yovo nib, and we're gonna write. So, now, are you ready for this? This is an extra fine Yovo. So this is probably the most realistic writing nib that is going to be testing this ink. So let's do this. Let's do Doity Designs, and then we have it inked with Colorverse, Fountain Pen Day 2024. I don't think they named it beyond that. I think that's just what it is. Yes, the light is very bright. I'm so sorry. And we have an extra fine Yovo nib. Now, in completely unsolicited advice, I guess, I was like, yo, Doity, Jonathan. I did suggest, because Jonathan is in the US, I did suggest getting pre-tuned nibs from Penrealm, because I think that's fantastic. And personally, I'm willing to pay a little bit extra on a custom pen to get a pre-tuned nib. So, inks and anchors, not the dark side. It just so happens to be that I have an extra fine. But I loathe to say this, but it's a very nice extra fine. And I do think this is a really classic blue. It's definitely a blurple. It is not a royal blue, which tends to be a much lighter, kind of washed out blue. This is a blurple. It is saturated, very legible. Probably not the best match for this pen, but I really, really, really wanted to show the pen to you guys. So let's just do a little bit of writing. What should I write? I'm gonna write Hello Jello. And then we're gonna write the classic. Listen, I am barely holding this pen in place, and this nib is writing. It is absolutely fantastic. If I were to need an extra fine nib, this is how I need it to write, and it's beautiful. So, oh, I think I put too many things in there. Anxiously, good enough, good enough. At the juiciest, no, I need to put a Y in. Juiciest of the juicy bouncing kumquats. So, one of the tests I used to do when I used to do like intentional fountain pen reviews was a free weight writing test. And this is something that I actually learned from the inimitable Richard Binder, where it's that, I mean, I'm sure other people have taught this as well, but I learned it from him. So the free writing test is you just hold the pen. So it's really just, you're just retaining the pen, and it's the pen's own weight that is writing. Like, I'm not pressing, I'm really just holding it. And so, in terms of tuning, this particular nib is pretty impeccably done. I don't know if this one was one of the ones that was tuned. I don't know if Jonathan tuned it himself, but it's absolutely perfect for an extra fine. It is perfect. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but it is. Really, that skip was me. Really just perfect. So, this is what we have. I'm pretty excited about that. So, let's add a bit of water that's not my pre-dirtied water. I'm going to show you my cool little thing. So, I have, hang on, let me see here. Yeah. I do actually say all of the extra fines that I end up with are usually pretty spectacular. That means nothing. It means nothing. It's a coincidence. So this is a little glass dish, and it has a little bit of a divot. So what I'm going to do is add some water from my water mug. Oh no, I spilled. So right now there's just water in it. That's more water than I want. But we're going to put it here. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to add a little bit to my doodlings, because I just want us to see what happens to the ink when we spread it. This glass thing was really expensive. I really didn't need it, but I wanted it so bad. I don't know why. I really don't. You know, sometimes I just get it in my head that I have to have something. This was one of them. So, listen, Lord Hibachi, I am going to ban you if you say extra fine one more time. It is a bit of a donut. Oh no, I forgot I had water in it. Anyway, anyway, now it's all over the page. That's fine. So, oh, I guess this is really good because we can see what the water resistance of the ink is like. It's actually water resistant. So let's blow it around a little, and then we'll remove the excess water. Oh, it splattered. It blew all over me, guys. It's all over me. Yeah, I know this is about the ink, but I'll just let you know. So I bought this donut, and then I also got this itty bitty tiny one. So it's an ink puddle. And then I also got another one because I'm a complete maniac. So these two came in a set. And so they're like lopsided boobs. And this donut here, I am so excited to actually get to be able to use these for a reason. So you're supposed to put ink in them and then use them with a dip nib. We're not doing that because we're just doing this, but let's dry some of this water so we can see the resistance. Shall we? Shalt we? You know what always makes me laugh? My mom's like, she's like, would you ever get married again? I'm like, Mom, if people see my videos, they're not going to want to marry me. So, I think this adds up. Yeah, they're a bit like breastises implants, but they're really, really, really rock solid. Some people are into that. I think there's a bit of water resistance here. I would not use this with the expectation of 100% water resistant, but you can definitely still make out some lines should you need to. How is the saturation on this ink, the Not Blue ink? It is quite saturated. I would say if 10 was like really sheening and a 1 was something like those inks that are barely legible and it's really annoying, I would put this at a 5.5, fairly saturated. And then one of the things that I like to look at if I'm considering saturation is on the lip, like the mouth of your ink bottle. If you can quite quickly see sheen and crusting, that is a good indicator of a lot of saturation. This one is not that bad. So I think the saturation is medium. It's just that maybe we're not used to normal inks anymore, right? Because like right now, the super sheeners are so popular. So, yay! Welcome, Charisse! I just sent you an email. You're on Appelboom tomorrow morning. I'm so sad that I won't be there co-hosting for you, but you'll have a great time. I know this. I'm just saying. So, okay, wait. Okay, this is a great question. John, anybody out there in the US remember those brown paper towels in school that never absorbed anything? Yeah, is it the ones that they had in the bathrooms and it was basically just like wiping water off your hands but did not actually suck the water up off your hands? Because if so, we had those when I was in university, and it was like almost encouraging people to not wash their hands, which is the last thing we need. So since we're here, let me just show you the other 2 pens that I have since we're here. Because I really, really, really wanted to show you my doily because I love pens that glow in the dark. I also got a box of stickers that I'm going to show you. So these are bananas. Don't get all excited. They're just bananas. And then inside, the first thing at the top of the box is an invoice for bananas. Banana stickers, amount 43. I haven't counted them yet. I paid like $6 US for this. This is the stupidest thing on the planet. And I'm telling you, I'm probably going to go buy some more of them because I'm obsessed with them. But anyway, these are my banana stickers. Okay, so I also purchased this. This is a Eureka Peak pen. And this is their element. What is this? What element is it? Diamond? I don't know. Anyway, I haven't inked it yet because I'm really excited about this, but I really, really wanted the glow in the dark. So I will be inking this, and in said parcelage was a little pen rest. And so that was very exciting. And then the last thing I have, this is a new pen to me. Does it have the internal reservoir? Lord Hibachi, what is an internal reservoir? Yes, it has this. Charisse. Everyone does, no worries. My mom liked me. Okay, so wait, did I say that right? I said it right. It was Lord Hibachi who said it wrong. Yes, so this is an Ultim ink cartridge. I also bought an extra because if you're gonna ink cartridge, use the coolest. Okay. And then, okay. This is absolutely insane. So this is a Dens pen from the UK. You can see that I'm really into this kind of colorway, like this light blue. So it felt really right. It is a huge pen. So if we look at my Visconti Homo sapiens, I say my, it's not mine, the one that I have commandeered. It is a huge pen. The doily is actually the perfect size because when you uncap it, it's a really it just feels really good for my hand. And so I really like that. The London Fog is a very back heavy pen because of the mechanism. I haven't inked this one yet because this thing is like a Superman, like crystal, like a magical crystal. This is the Betalist model, and it's in the Soda Pop Diamond Cast material. Okay, I don't know, but there are 26 facets on this pen, and takes him 10 hours to do one of these pens. So here we are. It is my first Den's custom pen. Is it weird to hold? Not at all. So the section is just a plain black, but it is slightly tapered. You know, you would think it would be uncomfortable. Not at all. So I really like exploring weird pens, like weird new pens, even if they look like breast implants or other parts of the body. Um, so I'm I'm really excited about these, but because we only have these inked, these are the ones we're playing with right now. Here's my donut. Sorry, I have to fix my glasses. So I also wanted to show you. I know this is supposed to be about the ink, but I really wanted to show you this. So I have neither of these pens belong to me. Okay. This is a Carolina pen company. So this was made by Jonathan Brooks. This is his material and his pen. The nib is a Visconti 23 karat palladium extra fine from back in the day. It has no modifications to it. This is just as it was purchased. And the London Fog is also a 23 karat palladium extra fine, no modifications. So if you're familiar with Visconti, you will know that. In fact, Lord Hibachi knows this because he recently did a video on the Visconti carbon moire, and you have to go watch the video. It's so funny because, unsurprisingly, it did not write. So it's kind of what you expect, but he did point out that once you get a Visconti writing, they are to die for. So these ones, miraculously, already wrote. So I'm going to try to show you. They are similar, but not the exact same. So consistency is something that is very much lacking, I believe, amongst all of the larger nib manufacturers, where they're like, oh, it's an extra fine, but it's kind of like you get what you get. So let's do some, I'm going to just write. So this is the Visconti. Oh, sorry. My notebook is so chonk at this point that it's struggles. So Visconti EF palladium. Oh my god, like I am not an extra fine person generally, but these three extra fines may convert me. And this one is also a Visconti extra fine palladium. It is much more wet than this one is, like significantly more. And this is interesting because this is also a drier ink, and I believe it's using a converter. Yeah, it's using a converter. And often when you have something that's eyedroppered, they tend to be more wet. So it's interesting that despite the fact that this isn't a converter and a drier ink, it's still much wetter. So it's just that's just how it goes. There's like no rhyme or reason. But if you look at them, this one looks like a chonkier extra fine than the one on the left. It's so weird. Like even from the side, there's more tipping going on. Even from the bottom, this is getting dirty. But that's what we have. So, hello. So let's compare a steel nib. It's a Butte, Clark. I agree. That makes me think of National Lampoon Christmas Vacation. So here is my Doity steel. which is without a doubt, that says steeped. Without a doubt, as comparable in terms of the wetness and smoothness. I would say it's closer to the palladium, the silver palladium versus the two-tone. But who's to say? Listen to this. Getting dirty. Dirty. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, that is so good. Like, this isn't ASMR. This is something else. This is like OnlyFans, but for noise. I should do that. Like, OnlyFans, but sounds. So when my mom's like, oh, what do I tell people that you're doing? I'm like, just tell them I'm doing OnlyFans, but for noises. Oh, that's not good. No. That's not good. No. So I like to sometimes do this, like where I write with the backside of my nib, because I like to make a mess. And so what I will do is I will try to raise the page below to get in touch with the breather hole. Look at the inkiness here. Crinkle, crinkle, little star. That's hilarious. That is, I love that. Okay, let's press down on this so we can do this. Crinkle, crinkle, little star. Oh, I got ink on me. I got ink on me. Yes, ASSMR. I am not going to pronounce that the way that I'm looking at it, because this is a family-friendly channel, and I do not want YouTube to flag me as not family-friendly. It is shocking they didn't after my Gourmet Pens and Friends with Lord Hibachi, because we were an absolute disaster. Like, it was it was something. It was an experience, I think that is safe to say. This is a beautiful extra fine. Okay, so I saw that Jonathan was working on a purple glow on his feed, so I think you should go look at it, and I think somebody else should buy it, because if you don't, I will. Because I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the highly scientific and very tested thing of retail therapy. And I'll tell you what, it works really well in a way. So the problem is I keep doing more of it, and I'm not stopping. But at some point I need to stop. So that is a lot of banana ducks, to be honest. That's actually a really nice ink, I have to say. Now, I know, I mean, I probably would have done something a little funkier than a blurple, but that's why they didn't ask me. Because they were like, no, we don't want her opinion. Because her opinion will be distressing, to be honest. I really want to take this and see what I can do with it with ink. Let's do that. So let's dip it in my little dish of water. What's the worst that'll happen? I mean, whatever. Like, maybe we just do things with it. Like, oh, I got a bead in the mail, and then I made a mess with it. We're just doing a water wash. I mean, an ink wash. That's what we're doing. What's the worst that can happen? I'll make a mess. Like, oh, what color is that? Oh, that's from the Visconti. Oh my gosh. I'm hungry. I was talking with, I don't know if she's still in the chat, but I was talking with Chi earlier. Well, because I sent her a meme that was basically, it was a stupid meme. It was, I got too drunk in the Vietnamese restaurant last night. They said I could never go back. They banned me. But it's like, if you say it with the proper Vietnamese accent, apparently banh mi does not sound like banh mi. It sounds like bun mi or something. And then I was like, I've never had banh mi. So that's pretty much where I am right now. I'm hungry. Let's smell this. I thought Fordite would smell something like ebonite. It doesn't, but it does have. Look at these little glitter bits. I'm so into this. Oh, that is so cool. Like, look at the detail here. All right, lighting. We get it. You're really excited. Wow, you could basically see my fingerprints this close. I was waiting for you to dip tiny donut and use it to spread ink. Oh, you mean this one? Like the mini donut? And then spread ink? Like, oh, look at this. This is like a microscope when you put it on. Look at the water. We should just get a bag of marbles and throw it around on the page with ink mixed in, like a bag of marbles. That should be like a pen show activity where we just throw marbles around. It's like, oh, everybody get your marbles on the page. Let's just throw the marbs around. All right, so this was supposed to be about this ink, and now it's about everything else. So today is Monday. I was really nervous about doing a video today because it is, in Canada, we call this Remembrance Day. And I understand that it is Memorial Day / Veterans Day. No, it's Veterans Day in the US. I try to keep up with the different names between Canada and the US. But anyway, if I don't mean to be disrespectful, I'm certainly not trying to be. I do try to educate myself. And so I thought that we would take a minute of silence to reflect on those who have sacrificed so much so that I could be here doing this absolute nonsense. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sit here and we're going to just think about this for 1 minute, starting in 1 second from now. So just think about it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for doing that with me. I mean, I'm not perfect. I will absolutely make mistakes as I go along life. And I think we all will make mistakes. None of us are perfect. But I think the best thing we can do is just try our best, right? So, John, thank you for letting me know. So I think 1 minute of silence is something that is done in Canada, but because I think the majority of you are actually in the U.S., I'm happy that we were able to do that together. And yeah, I mean, really don't want to think about the world right now, but here we are doing it anyway. So I just wanted to at least acknowledge and pay some respect to those who have sacrificed, and that includes the families who are here while their partners or significant others or, you know, parents are away doing things that are scary. So thank you so much for doing that with me. I mean, you know, I really did stop to think about it, whether it was okay to do this. And I thought, well, wasn't that the whole point? Was to do this, right? Was to take time to reflect, but also it's also okay for us to enjoy life and have fun and do fun things like this. Because if not, what was the point? What was the point of all of this and all of the sacrifices if we do not or cannot enjoy stuff that we have? So I may be justifying it for myself, but I feel like it's good that we still do stuff like this, and that we do find enjoyment. And oh yeah, maybe that might be a little scary. So I don't know what ink I was dipping into, but I really like that. I you know, I usually get a poppy when I go out, but because I'm such a weird hermit, I have really actually not. I don't know the last time I left the house. Like, it's been it's been a while, which is very disturbing. It was definitely at least 3 days. So probably more than that. So I really haven't gone. I think it was last Tuesday that I left the house. Sorry. So it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. That's embarrassing. But if you do go, if you have left your house, often there are veterans who have the donation boxes, which is for supporting veterans, Veterans Affairs, and you can get a poppy. And I always stab myself with the poppy. So what I ended up doing, I'm laughing because it's terrible. I end up putting it in the car, like in the visor, the sun visor, because I usually stab myself with the pin. It's very sad. Yes, please tell us about this vintage Omas ink, because I was actually discussing Omas with some friends earlier, and like the real Omas, not the reincarnation of Omas, I think it would be. So please tell us about your ink. Everyone, please tell me about your inks. You are welcome to ramble. I ramble. I certainly do it. And I would love to know what's going on in everybody else's head, because if nobody says anything, what's going to happen is I'm going to keep rambling. And nobody wants that. And what ink is this? This is like brown. I'm so confused, because this ink that we're looking at right now, so this brownish ink, is the same one that created this ink wash. So, yeah, it is pseudo Omas. I don't even know if it's pseudo. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Oh man, I live in a place where there's so much food, and yet I'm probably gonna eat Cheerios. But I totally want like a really delicious sandwich with like lots of cheese and probably lots of veggies in there. Yeah, deliciousness. I know I talk about this all the time, but I'm gonna let you know because I was working on it today. I have new workshops at Philly, and I'm going to break the horrible news to everybody, including myself, that Philly is probably the only show from now on that I will be doing workshops. So they are going to be pretty cool, presumably. I haven't written them. I haven't written them yet. Um, okay, okay, Dustin, you got the Omas Violet. That's a really nice one. The Omas Green is also very nice. It's not like the boring kind of green, it's a really good green. So I approve of both, to be honest. No, it is not Parker Penman Ruby Blood Clot Special. This is a sailor. I could smell it. It's a sailor. I don't know what it is or if I mixed it with something, but um, the Inkibara Deer Brown. I really like Inkibara. I have some of them in the shop. The Deer Brown sold out. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't because I wanted to play with it myself. Um, okay, Shelby, you're on a kick of dark grays with shading. Interesting. That sounds really bleak. Like dark grays that shade. I don't think I have a lot of dark grays. Certainly none that are inked, but that is intriguing. I'm going to add some water to this because this is a really bizarre shade of whatever it is. Van Diemen's Pixie Parasols. I have not tried that. Interesting as well. I really... Listen, I know... I'm going to say listen, like, as if you guys don't know me. You all know me. I don't know what ink this is. This is like mud brown or something. But I really like when ink companies and stuff make really weird inks. I'm like, yes, give me options to explore and play with. I do not need perfect inks. I do not need legible things. I'm going to make nonsense with them like I'm doing right now. And that makes me happy. So, I hope they keep it up because obviously, at the very least, I will buy one bottle, which will justify all of their R&D. Isn't that weird? It's like pink, purple, and green. Okay, Sailor Chushu. Sailor 223. Oh, I do not have Van Diemen's Kitten Paws. I think I have Sailor 223, which is a really bizarre ink. I do like Birmingham inks. I think they're very fun. They make some really wild colors. Speaking of wild colors, hold on. This is the Colorverse. Oh, that's so pretty. That is really, really pretty. I really like this. Like a really purple blue at the right angle. You can kind of see the blue. So, I mean, it is a blurple, but I think this color does best as like a play ink and not a real ink. Who wants real ink anyway? Like, there's enough of those. So, let me see what I got. Okay, I'm going to do this. This is eyedropper. Let me just shake it because it's got some pigments in it. Pigments. Okay. Okay. I've showed this before. I'm going to show it one more time. It is a Skogsy pen. It is the large Choya, and I put a giant nib on it. It's a calligraphy nib. And so, I am so into this. so into this. I'm so into it. What day is it? Monday, right? Yeah, and I'm hungry. I try to be responsible and remember to eat, but who does that? So this ink is actually one of the inks that I recently acquired, and it's so hard to describe it because it's really weird. But now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if this is the ink. I don't know if this is the ink I'm thinking it is. I thought it was something, and it might be something else. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me just color a cube. Let's just color a cube, and then I will know if this is the ink I think it is. I'm 100% sure it's this ink, but I need to be surer. I need to be more sure that it's this ink. And the ink I'm thinking it is or was is the Pannonia Ink Dependence Cheerio Water Bus, but it should have some like blue pigment, like matte blue pigment that dries on top of it, and we won't know until this little bitty square here dries. So I'm gonna just do this. We're gonna do this. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. I don't remember what I was rambling about. Yeah, I think this is the Cheerio water bus because I'm starting to see some blue here. While that dries, let's look over here because this is like really devastatingly disturbing. That is a weird brown ink. I have no idea what it is. It was in an unidentified sample vial, which is always great. That's always a good thing. It's kind of gross but fascinating. Brown, purple, green. Maybe not the best mix of colors. Okay, that's still drying. I really like that color. Anyway, while that dries, what time is it? 10:55. Oh my god, it's been 55 minutes already. Are you referring to this ink being crazy bright? It is, yeah, I think it's the distance from the camera. I do try to adjust the lights every time I do this to reflect the ink properly. It is bright though. Okay, so if we look here, it's kind of turquoise with some drying bits. Baby poop. Yeah, well, I've never had a baby, so I don't know what the poop is like, but I do have nieces, and that's an experience. So, yeah. At least I could tell them at some point, like, yeah, I saw you in your diapers. What a winning comment, huh? Okay, I really don't know. That might it is Cheerio water bus. Okay, you could start seeing the blue collecting in the saturated bits. So it's a matte blue pigment that they have added. I say they, and I don't know if I have it anywhere else in here. So I'm gonna just flip through. Give me a second for the noise, and see if we have it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. I mean, this is the best effort we're gonna get out of me trying to figure out what an actual ink is. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. That's the best we get out of me. Ooh, that looks so good flipping back to it. Okay, I don't know what it is. I think it's. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm gonna write it down. I'm making the declaration right here, right now. You guys have seen it. You have heard it. You're here with me. This is Pannonia, and then I'll wrap up. Pannonia and Ink Dependence. Cheerio water bus. Cheerios are my favorite cereal. I love water and I do not like buses. So this is a really brain twister of a name. That's not what it's named for. But slow down the crinkles. I feel like a psycho. Anyway, okay, there we go. So here are the things we did. Here are some of the stuff we did and played with. Here's the bottle ink. So that's what we have. I'm gonna try to remember to update or do a blog post with the tools that I used, because just in case anybody's interested. So thank you so much for coming to join me because it has helped my brain quite a bit. And I'm really hungry, so I'm going to go fantasize about some food for a bit. And that's pretty much it. So Friday evening, same time, same place, will be Gourmet Pens and Friends, and we have Wendy Sue in the chat who will be joining. And that's pretty much it. My brain is turning off because it's hungry. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Take care, look after yourselves, and make sure to look for drops of joy in every single day, because otherwise, what's the point in being here? There's no point. Otherwise, there's no point at all. And let's put the donut down. On that absolutely delightful note, good night, bye.